Hey, how's I know you're probably wondering what in the world, right? Well, that's okay. You know what? Sometimes when we pray, we get answers at inconvenient times. And that just puts me in the mindset that, you know what? Success is not always convenient either. You have to do things that you don't normally do. You have to practice things that you've never done before, and you have to listen to mentors who seem out of reach. Today might just be that day for you. So if you went to bed last night after praying for a sign or a vision or a thought or something, this is probably it. And yes, we are live. Today is Saturday. It is the 15th of January, and I'm going to break it down for you. For those of you who have been disconnected, who haven't been following, haven't really been checking things out, then guess what? Invitation to join us on this journey. Every single day at some point, you will get a text message announcing when we're going to go live. It's going to be on our Facebook page just for us so that you can see the activity as it is unfolding. You will see the yeses, you will see the nos, you will see everything. But I want to know that you're watching, and all you have to do is watch and comment. Also, put questions in there. If you've got questions about what I'm saying, what I'm doing, put them in the comments. That's what it's all about. This is for you. You are going to see exactly day by day, step by step, how I work my business and actually see the results that come. Sometimes, a lot of times, you'll actually get information and it's just someone talking to you instead of walking with you. This is me walking with you to grow our not only our organization, our unit, and all of that, but show you how I build my business. See, what a lot of times I believe is sometimes people need to see how you do what you do instead of just hearing what you did. Well, if that's you, then this is your time, this is your place, and this is your time to shine. So I have my phone right here. I have my notebook right here, and I'm going to explain all of this to you as we go forward. When I went to bed last night, I really prayed and sat with myself and where we're headed. We are actually officially in requalification to become a Grand Achiever unit. So, in these little snippets, you're going to see me, your director, actually implementing the things that I've been teaching you guys how to do from the very beginning and showing you the results as they happen. With everything that's been happening and going on in the world, we've had to make a pivot and a shift in how we've been working our business. So you're going to see how I work Facebook. You're going to see how I use Scipio. You're going to see a lot of stuff. And these videos will be your guide and example and how you can implement some of the same things. And I'm going to show you different variations so that you can pick which one might work for you. So here's the situation. You can actually follow along with me day by day and do what I do and get the results that you're going to get. That's easy, right? So no more telling you what to do. I'm going to show you what I do and invite you to walk with me. Are you ready? All right. So today, each that you're going to see is going to be the beginning, so to speak. It's kind of like in the short where you kind of get an idea, okay, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? And how do I get started? Because that's most of the time where we get stuck, just getting started. And then once you get started, keep it going. Sometimes we get paralyzed with fear. We know what to do. We know how to do it. We even know how to say it and who to say it to, but we get stuck in our heads. Well, the first thing I do is I up on the front end so that I can earn what I want on the back end. And there's lots of pieces to that. And that's the part I think that sometimes you don't see. So if you're with me right now, I want you to start commenting on what you're seeing and asking questions, because that's what I'm going to be using my phone for. And I'm going to try my best to answer questions as they're coming up. If I miss you, don't worry. I will come back to it. I'm going to be using my phone for. And I'm going to turn, as you can see, I'm following you right now. So if you're answer questions, just go ahead and put questions in, okay? And I will do my best to answer them as they come up. All right, let's go. All right, this is video number 1. Video number 1 is going to be, okay, how do I start? The first thing that you want to do right now is you want to get yourself a notebook. Get a clean, fresh notebook, nothing in it. It could be a spiral. It can be a composition book. It can be whatever you want it to be, because everything that we're going to do is going to be in this book. And this is going to be what I call your brain book. Why? Like me, you got 150 things going on every 5 minutes, and there's going to be something that you're going to forget. There are going to be people that will pop into your mind, put them in your brain book. There are going to be people that you need to follow up with, or people who order things, put it in your brain book. This is going to follow you through this entire process. Now, a lot of people start over every single month. I don't necessarily do that because there's some things that get lost in the mix when you start over, and then you put the old one away, and then you don't know where you put it in. There might have been someone's telephone that you now have misplaced. But what I do is I do put the date on the top of the page so that I can kind of remember where and when that particular activity happened. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And then, of course, you're going to need your phone. You're going to need your phone because this is the valuable stuff that stays with you all the time. Your pictures, your notes, telephone numbers, everything is in here. If you're like me, this is not usually very far from me. And it's something that I pay a lot of attention today. We're going to be using that. So if you've got a notebook and you've got a phone and you got an ink pen, you are now ready. It doesn't take a lot of preparation. It doesn't take a lot of thought. Take some prayer and move. Okay. So here we go. The first thing that you want to put in your notebook, I know it's the middle of January. Well, you know what? The best time to make up your mind that you want to start a goal is the day that you wake up. That's right. The day you wake up. So if you're awake and you're watching me, perfect time to start. So that's where we're going to go right now. That's where we're going to go. All right. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to write down what it is that we want from our Mary Kay business. If you knew that you weren't going to fail, that's what you're going to put in here, and we're going to break it down during our Monday Night Lives. However, today, I'm going to show you how I actually put into practice some of the things that I've been teaching you. And I want you to see it live and know how it actually begins. You have to be prepared to do more than one thing, get the result that you want to get. And that's okay. Variety is the spice of life, right? So today's thought that I want to leave with you to start you off with today, I'm going to find it because I turned the page by mistake, and I wanted to give you today's thought. You ready? Okay. Your thought today to get us started in our conversation is your why should make you cry. Why are you in Mary Kay? Why say yes? Why did you become a consultant? And why are you here? Why are you watching this video right now? Right? Your why should make you cry. All right. So if your why makes you cry, that means it means something to you. It's important. So is it important enough to do the work? Yeah, I believe it is. So I'm going to show you some tips today that it was time for me to do. And we may be ahead for some, we may be behind for some, but this video isn't going away, and you can watch it later to make it appropriate. With me right now, I would love for you to shout out, and I'm watching any comments that may come up. Every comment will put you into a drawing, and I would love for you to see it. So let me just share with you how I use Facebook as a medium, as one of my resources that I create conversations, because that's really all we do is we create conversations, create opportunity. Now, with everything that's been going on in the world, we have to use other methods for meeting people. Facebook is one, social media of any sort is another one. And when you happen to be out, or if you're out in an office or whatever, use that opportunity too. Why not have more than one opportunity coming at you, right? So that's what we're about to do. So in the next 11 and a half minutes, okay? Because each one of these are just going to be very short because I don't want them to be so long you won't watch them, okay? I'm going to show you what I do and how it started and explain it along the way. And in the next video, you'll see more and more. So stay with me. Go through this process with me. Comment, make questions, answer them. So the thought for today's message is your why, W-H-Y, should make you cry. All right. So what I'm about to do now is I am going to share with you an actual technique that I've been doing on Facebook based on a post that I've been using to generate activity. All right. To generate activity. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I watch the trends that happen, like the 10-year challenge that's going on right now, right? The 10-year challenge basically is where people are posting a picture of themselves from 10 years ago and a picture of themselves like right now, right? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to a post where someone had commented on the picture that I posted. And let's see here if I can find it. Really easy. All right, so give me just a second to see it here. I had it pulled up, and then when I moved away from it, it kind of jiggled up on me, but that's okay. I'll find it here in a second. Let me go to my home page. That's what I'll do. Go to my home page, and I'll show you the post itself. Okay, the post was a picture of me 10 years ago, and there it is right there. There it is right there. All right, this one here. All right. And that's all it was. So watch your Facebook feed. Watch what the trends are right now. And if it's appropriate for you, jump in on it. And let me tell you what happened. All I did is I picked a picture from 2011 and a picture that I did last year and put them together. And I've been getting comments on, as you can see, I've gotten 47 comments. This is an opportunity right here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I do to follow up with the people who make the comments. The first thing I do is I click on comments over here and I bring up the people who made them and I go all the way back to the beginning and I actually like it. And then if it's somebody that I have not offered a facial to or anything like that, or somebody that I don't know, then I actually invite them to go and check their message. And the way that I do that, and I may have already done one here. Here's one here, right here. So this particular amazing lady, I've been trying to facial her for quite some time. And what I did was I asked her to check her inbox. So you don't want to put anything right there. You actually put a message in there. Hey, go check your box. And then you click on message. And here's the message that I sent her. Thank you so much for your comment. I'd love for you to join us for a free virtual pampering session. Would you like more information? We could catch up before. And she said, thanks, but I have some things going on, right? So I put a thumbs up and I could even put a message out to her a little later. Hey, just checking back in with you to see if your schedule filled up or emptied out at all, or if you had an opening in your schedule. See what I'm saying? So we're going to go to the next one and do the exact same thing. Right? So this creates the beginning of a conversation. Sometimes you get a response that goes forward right then and there. And sometimes you have to add layers. You've heard me talk about layers before, and this could be one of them. Okay. So I'm going to go down to another one. Some of these ladies are already customers of mine. So I try really hard to go in and make sure that I like their comments, even though they are somebody that I've spoken to before. This lady right here is a classmate of mine. And I'm going to send her a message right now to kind of give you an idea. So I'm going to hit reply and I'm going to say, hey, classmate, check your inbox. All right. So I'm glad you're seeing this with me right now. All right. Now I'm going to go to her box and send her that message that I was just telling you about. So I see where I reached out to her before, and she was on vacation at the time. That was back in July last year, y'all. Okay. So is it time for me to get back in touch with her? Yeah, it's definitely time. So I'm going to say, hey, classmate, hope your trip was great. Now, the famous phrase that I always use that I've taught you a million times, I'm going to ask her to be a face model for me. It's the same technique that I have used my entire Mary Kay career. Anytime the lookbook changes, that is the portfolio that you're working on, because you should be introducing your customers to whatever's new in that lookbook and whatever looks have been created in that lookbook. You know, so I'm going to ask her to be a face model for me. I was wondering if you would be willing to be a face model for me. From our new spring collection. All right. Hey, classmate. Hope your vacation was wonderful. I was wondering if you would be willing to be a face model for me. Of course, you want to check your spelling. Hopefully, you can see this well. From our new spring collection. All right. Double check the spelling and send. Checking your spelling, making sure that your words aren't crazy before you send it only is a professional move. Okay. So now the message has been sent to my awesome classmate here, and I'm ready to go back to the conversation and send another message. And you go through those. So create opportunities for yourself. All right. I'm not saying anything in the mainstream. All I'm saying in the stream is, hey, my friend, thank you for your comment by hitting like, and then sending a message to the person in the message that has, so this is a consultant right here. This lady right here is someone that I haven't messaged before. And when you hover over their name, it comes up, and all this is, of course, me on my laptop too, by the way. I'm not on my phone. So I am putting it there. And this is pretty much all the conversation that we had. And this was back in 2019. So opportunity keeps coming up. So I have reached out to her long time ago. So she's another one that I'm going to do the same thing with. So I'm going to like her message, and I'm going to hit reply, and I'm going to say, please check your inbox. Hey, sis, please check your inbox. Right? Like I said, this is me live and doing it right now. I'm going to say thank you, since I know what that past conversation was with her. And like I said, I'm just double checking my spelling, and I hit send. Now I'm going to her page and sending her a message. So I'm going to ask her the same thing. So I'm going to tell her, and you can even make it simple on yourself. You can copy and paste if you want to. That makes it easier too. I'm going to say, hey, sis, thank you for your comment on my post. Question. Have you ever been asked to be a face model before? Question mark, right? It's a simple question. Hey, sis, thank you for your comment on my post. Question for you. Have you ever been asked to be a face model before? It's the same phrase that I use when I'm out and about having conversations with people who come within the 3-foot rule that Mary Kay taught us about a long time ago. So I'm sending it. And I can see right now that she's active. So she may see the message here pretty quick, right? So I'm just going to hold it there just for a minute, just to see if she says anything. Now, if you've got questions while we wait to see if she comments in the next couple of seconds, jump in there and give them to me. I would love to answer them while we're on the way. All right. And in future videos, I'm going to come back to these ladies. So remember the ones that we put out there. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just scroll down. These are people who have commented on this picture. You can create your own opportunity. You could create your own opportunities by posting some of these trends. You see them when you're on Facebook anyway. Why not put yourself in the mix, generate interest in conversations for you to follow up on? That's how you do it. So that's going to be today's lesson. And we're going to come back in future messages. Okay. And I'm going to show you. Okay. I'm going to show you how it all comes together. So I want to thank you for being on and sharing this 22 minutes and 22. So in the next minute, I'm going to answer a couple of questions. Today's thought was your why should make you cry. Why not use your why to push you to the next level? What we're going to be sharing in these 22 minutes in 22. Isn't that kind of cool? We're going to be digging deep, and I'm going to be showing you every step of the way how I generate activity so that it keeps my business going. As we go through this car qualification period, I want to break down with you our goal. Our goal each month is 7,000 points. 7,000 points basically is a combination between team building and wholesale orders that are going in. And we almost have 1,000 in as of right now. We have almost 1,000 in goal. So as you can imagine, the work that I do bears more weight because I'm the leader of the team. It's my responsibility to guide us and lead us across the finish line. So if you're ready to join me, if you're ready to be a part of this winning situation, stay with me, look for your messages, and jump on Facebook or watch the videos and stay with me as we go through how it is I do what I do. So if you have any questions, make sure you put them at the bottom of each video watch. I will do my best to answer them. And I want to thank you for being on in this 22 in 22 segment. See you on the next video. God bless. See you then.